gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, act like you know. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 This is how you start a fresh rap with a new track. Put your seatbelts on, prepare for the impact. In fact, I did that with less than a six-pack. But don't drink and drive, cause it's easy to sense that. The beat a crash dummy, don't smile, ain't nothing funny. Learned a long time ago, you catch more bees with honey. My flow is like vinegar, ooh, that's nasty. I'm a goalie in the streets, ain't nothing her getting past me. Chemicals and acid in my pen when I write it. Let it seep into your ears, brain, skin, don't fight it. Relax yourself, let your conscience be free. I gave you the medicine, don't blame your stress on me. I kill a rapper on TV for the loot if you let me. Look at her, I'm a savage with a style so heavy. D, look at me, fresh as I can be. Casket clean, always draped up to the T. Ooh, it's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 Yeah. I walk inside your building, take over your whole facility. New sheriff in town, I don't know if you feeling me. Better listen up quick, pink slip in your mailbox. Feel like you was assaulted, I guess is what you tell cops. You're fired. When I fired the 45, you not fit for this position, the whole country tired. Never no more am I ever turn a blind eye. Pull them on the carpet, pull the facts, let me find out. The realest of the real, I'm the people's choice. I represent the people that ain't got a voice, or got a choice, or got a man. I'm here if you need me, I'm your backup plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down.
All right, well done, Nick. Yes, you are first. Congratulations. Apparently, this one is not gonna work. We'll see. This helps. Welcome, Boosted. Welcome. We'll see if this is spitting them out together. Gotta do something here. All right. All right. Yeah, well, he wasn't even here last time. So, but we're ready. Game 3, LG must win. No questions, 100% must win. Is one more, and they are going to start their vacation. Im Chang-gyu on the mound, 2 games this postseason, 11.1 innings, a 159 ERA, and a 2-0 on the postseason. He has pitched ridiculously well in this postseason. Honestly, LG should win this. If they don't win this game, they don't deserve to go any farther, as Samsung is basically going with a bullpen pitcher at this point. As that's fouled away, making it 1-1. Let's see. There we go. I think you should be good. I think those are solid choices, as that's a big curve in there. 1-2 now. So Im Jong-gyu, fastball mainly, 140, throws it at 37% of the time. After that, he had changeup 28, 29% of the time, and then a curveball 28, 29%. Boosted, I think you're fine with those. Does throw a cutter, but he's only going to throw maybe 4 or 5. He's only throwing it 5% of the time. So can't expect much from that cutter, but anyway, we've got ourselves a 2-2 count, and it is the top of the first, so that will run the count full, and first batter, and we've already got a full count, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up, it's gonna be a day. As we'll see how Im Jong-gyu handles a little bit more pressure this time. And the 3-2 fouled away. Again, very, very important. Lots and lots of bullpen pitching is what these two teams are hoping to get from the other team. They do not want that for themselves. Both of these bullpens are atrociously bad. So we'll see how they can actually do in this game, especially now that it's at Jamshil's. That's going to be a chopper. And out at first, barely beats it out as one away on the full count, 4-3 ground out. So Im Jong-gyu was the playoff I'm trying to think of the quarterfinal playoff MVP. I don't think personally, I don't think he should have been the MVP. I don't think he should have been the MVP. I honestly think Hernandez should have been the MVP, and I think the reason why Hernandez didn't get the MVP is because he's a foreigner. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it. As stepping in is Kim Hung-gon. You could say he had a day. You would not be lying. His last 2 at-bats have both been 2-run homers. As that is outside 1-1. Yeah, Hernandez pitched in 5 games. He pitched in every single game and was lights out, saved a game. Like, he is the reason why LG was even in the game. It was still even playing for the 5th game, as that's going to be a ground ball, 6-3 and 2 away. Yeah, like, there's no question. Like, yeah, he pitched well. Im Jong-gyu pitched well in 2 games, but he sure didn't pitch in all 5 of them. I think Shin-Min Jae should have been MVP over Im Jong-gyu. And Yu Jung-bin looks at a beautiful curveball, catches the outside corner as it drops in from above the strike zone, and it's 0-1. So the main thing is Samsung is now without their best hitter. That misses 1-1 now. So Samsung without their best pitcher, without their best hitter, but still they're up 2-0. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you. Is that I can't even read that. Zoluhin. I can't. Sorry. Thank you. As that misses, and it's a 2-1. The one thing, and I'll mention it a couple times probably today, is that the big swing and a miss there, 2-2 now. Is so LG 100% should win this game. 0 questions. There's no reason why they should not win this game. Samsung does not play nearly as well away from home. And LG plays much better at home. And that definitely caught a piece of the zone on the TV square, but apparently not. Just missed. And again, just those of you who are watching, it just showed right there that as he lifts that one, Kim Hyun-soo over and under it. Yeah, great camera angle, and I want to talk about that real quick as we go to the bottom here. So one thing is no, like if you look at it, it's like, oh, it didn't hit the plate. But one thing you have to realize is there's still the black on the edge of the plate, and the strike zone is actually wider than the plates. At least for this year, it's 2 centimeters wider on both sides of the plate, on the edges of the black. This was advice from the AAA and the MLB AAA to have it a little bit wider for the first couple years, for let everybody get adjusted to it, and then make it the correct width, which the MLB or the AAA MILB, I guess would be the correct thing. Is the MILB actually went to the full 16-inch width now, and no extra 2.5 inches on the edges. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. So even if it does look like it doesn't quite catch the edge of the plates, there is a little extra leeway on both sides of the plates for the first couple years. So Wang Dongjae on the mound, 15 games on the season, 42 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 4.07 ERA. That 4.07 ERA is kind of misleading. He has not pitched well when he started. He only has 6 starts on the season. Has not really particularly pitched well when he started. His last start against Kium gave up 6 runs in 3.2 innings. He did have a good start before that where he pitched 5 innings, but honestly, he has not really pitched very well as a starter. Again, Samsung is without Connor Siebold, which means they really have 2 starters. They have 3 starters, but Lee Seung-hyun, the left-handed Lee Seung-hyun, is pitching out of the bullpen because he was injured, and then he came back. I thought that every article that I read said that he was going to be back in time, that he would be able to start, but they've been going with him out of the bullpen. But Hong Chang-gi will lead things off and looks at strike 1. So Hong Chang-gi has not hit well in the postseason. 250 for him, 8 hits. But again, he led the league in on-base percentage, and he's just on base at a 265 clip, as that one misses, and it's 1-1. So Hong Chang-gi definitely needs to pick himself up, and if LG has any sort of chance, if LG has any sort of chance, they have to get some production from Hong Chang-gi and Shin Min-jae up at the top of that lineup. They neither one has particularly hits well in this specific series. Nick, did you see they started laying the outfield grass at the new stadium? Kenny sent me a photo of that earlier. Is that 1-2 is through the hole on the left side, and there goes the old no-hitter and perfect game as Hong Chang-gi listened to exactly what I just said. Is he's got to be able to hit if they had a chance. What's up, cool? Welcome. Just in time. I gotta take LG. Samsung's got they're without their best hitter. They've got without their they're not playing in the banjo box that is called Daegu Samsung Lions Park, and they have a bullpen pitcher on the mound. Got to go with LG in this. As never mind, I take that back. Okay, I was gonna take it back because Shin Min-jae was gonna bunt with runner on first and nobody out, and I was just gonna hope that LG loses so that this old geezer in the dugout will go away and I don't have to watch this crap anymore. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Shin Min-jae, a swing and a miss there, 0-2. So. Wang Dongjae has 4 pitches also. Throws a fastball mainly 43% of the time, 143, then a slider 38% of the time. Those 2 is his main one. Yeah. as that's outside 1 and 2. All right, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. He stops it, so Hong Chang-gi stays over at first base. Boosted, what is your opinion about this? I think stolen bases should count in as total bases. I think stolen bases should count as total bases. The hitter earned it. I think they should get an extra base if they steal a base. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Checks over on Hong Chang-gi as he slides back in. Yeah, like I think if you get on base, walk should, and as he's on the move on the steal, but that's going to be chopped and 1 away. Good thing he was on the move, because otherwise that would have been 2. So the 4-3 does move Hong Chang-gi over as he was off on the pitch, but Yu Ji-hyuk almost out of position there as Yu Ji-hyuk went over toward second base. I love this video. This camera angle also is, yeah. That's it. I'm starting my own sites. We're throwing stolen bases and walks into the mix. Oh, Mr. Austin Dean steps in. And that's in there for a strike on the outside, 0-1. Austin Dean has also been pretty rough. And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Austin Dean. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's going to quickly be 0-2. Dun, 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 dun. LG going with the exact same lineup as game 1? Yeah. Woo! Up and in, right next to the old Austin Dean Dome, as that's going to be 1-2. Would have bounced off the top of the head if yeah, would have bounced off the top of the head had he not moved. That's one way to get into the bullpen. Just take one off the dome and have the automatic ejection. And but anyway, the 1-2 pitch, and that catches him looking. We see what you're doing now. Throw it at his head, then freeze him looking. We got you. We know what you're doing now. All right, Kim Hyun-soo steps in. Samsung already has the bullpen warming up. You're gonna have, it's gonna basically be 1 inning per pitcher today for Samsung. This is going to be a long game, ladies and gentlemen, as that catches the inside to Kim Hyun-soo. Hitting 240 in this postseason. Rough starts, has hit well lately, as that is in there for strike, 0-2. Big 3-run homer to do absolutely nothing in the last game. All right. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Kim Hyun-soo. Hong Chang-gi over on first, upstairs, and it's 1-2. Hong Chang-gi led off with a single, but LG continues their absolute ineptitude to welcome Mary Kate to actually hit with the runners on base. As they are 0 for 2 today, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and they start the game. I'm from Missouri. As they go 0 for 3 with runners on base and 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position, and Hong Chang-gi is stuck over at second base, and we'll go to the second. It is 0-0. Little Korean for you right there. Teaching Korean as I broadcast the game. "17 whole pitches in that inning." And here we go. We'll have the top. There should be no way that they lose. When I was doing my master's coursework, I was going to actually move to Spain and teach English. And I decided that the timing was not very good. The economic crisis everywhere. So I put that off. I traveled the U.S. for 5 years and then decided, well, I don't really like anywhere in America, so I'm gonna head. The original plan was to move here for just a few days or for a few years, and then head to another country, but that did not happen as Diaz looks at ball one. 833 in this postseason, not bad. As that is crushed and foul. Diaz is just saying, I don't need Samsung's Park to hit one deep. As he just about put himself in the money for boosted, but just foul. Would have been one hit, 1 run, 1 RBI, but instead he grounds it back to the pitcher, tosses, and that is 1 away. That's going to bring up Park Byung. Yeah, I lived in Colorado for 2 years in the mountains. I lived in Vegas for a while. I spent some summers in New Hampshire. Yeah. Here, there, everywhere. But now I'm here. And the first pitch to Park Byung-ho is inside. It's 1-0. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Park Byung-ho fouls that away, 1-1. I LG has to win. Like, I really definitely think LG would win. Three home runs against Im Chang-gyu in his career, but that one is not going to leave the infield as Austin grabs that with the old pop fly to the first baseman and 2 away. And that's going to bring up Kang Min-ho. Kang Min-ho hits really, really well here in Jamsil. I started to make a little video, but decided against it as, well, well, I was just lazy, honestly. But in Jom Show this season, he hit 367. Well done, sir. Good job. As that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Runs, tosses, and we got a 1-3 pop out or pop up to the first baseman, and then another 1-3, and that's gonna be it for Samsung in the top of the second. That's quick. I'm not even getting a chance to write things out. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a 7-pitch inning. That's kind of what you need. Why Texas? That's I mean, it was probably me. I was probably channeling that to you, man. What's crazy to me is I put up the community poll. So the community poll, let's look at it now. We'll see. It is overwhelmingly Samsung. 8-1 Samsung is the what those that participated in the poll thought. Be interesting. Oh. All right, we've got the old bottom of the seconds. Still have the same picture? That's the question. We still have the same picture. And yep, Wang Dong-jae will stay out there. I have to wonder how long he's gonna last. As that's fouled away. 286 in this postseason. Yeah, LG can't hit, but Samsung can't hit outside of Daegu. As that's way upstairs. My view on LG winning is less about the offense and more about the pitching. Kim Chong-gyu has pitched lights out, and Wang Dong-jae has not. He hurt his knee sliding in game 1. Or, sorry, game 2. Stealing a base, ended up coming out. He hobbled home on the Diaz pop-up that should have been caught. That was just an absolutely awful game from LG from every possible... I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get zero sympathy from any fan in this live stream. Most of us are not fans of number 5. And the 3-1, that's misses upstairs, and he will take his base. Another leadoff hitter on base for LG. 2 guys warming up. Iho Song, one of them, he has some starts under his belts earlier this year. We'll see. Really? Okay. All right, a big swing and a miss from Moonbo Young. Ball 4 to first Ojiwan, and then Moonbo Young decides to swing at ball 5, and it's 0-1. 111. He's got himself a single, ladies and gentlemen. A 111 batting average and a 111 on base percentage. As as that misses inside. Oh my lord, the plastic jackets are out. Wearing a wearing a tank top with your boobs hanging out, but you got on your plastic jacket. Oh, the LG fans. Fashion forward, ladies and gentlemen. Fashion forward. All right, Moonbo Young, the 1-1 pitch that's up on the inside. OG1 goes. A little simple little swing. Moonbo Young with probably the weakest looking swing ever. I'm not sure why. It's, Kangmin Ho was already getting ready to throw the ball before Moonbo Young even swung at that. As they are going to do their best to get runners in scoring position to not get hits to score them, as that will be a little bloop. Left fielder going back, sticks the glove up, grabs it. Ojiwan saw it and turned around and went back to second. And that'll move a runner over with 1 out. So he was able to, the left fielder, Kim Hung-gon, was able to at least track that down as he was playing kind of in, catches it over his head, but Ojiwan recognized that instead of going a little bit off, he went right back to the bag to tag up so that he could easily make the advancement to first base, or sorry, to third base. And that's going to bring up Pak Dong-won, who is 190 in this postseason. Outside of one game, he has been atrocious. Like absolutely atrocious. 190 again, had the 1 home run, had 2 straight hits. He's got 2 hits the rest of the entire postseason. Outside of that's 1 game. Ask away. It's a safe space in here, as that's ball 2. 2-0. So far, LG is 0 for 4 with runners on base. Yeah. 2-0 swing and a miss at ball 3, and that's 2-1. 5 nights at the casino. Were you in a card tournament? All right, so the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball as now Ojiwan is in the old pickle, hoping, waiting for Pak Dong-won to make it to second. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that was a 1-5-2 ground out, and instead of a runner, it's third and 1 out. So we've got a 1-5-2-5 on that putouts. A 1-5-2-5. I would just throw it in the trash. I would just leave it there. All right, Pak Min trying to do what nobody else has done for LG in for a long time, and that's get a hit with runners on the bases. And here's the first pitch. That's grounded foul, and it's 0-1. So LG again leads the league in caught stealing and outs on the base paths, as Ojiwan went broke for home on a comebacker right to the pitcher. He was able to get in a rundown long enough for Pak Dong-wan to make it to second. But instead of, again, runner on third with 1 out, instead now you've got a runner on second with 2 outs. And that is 1-1 now. What? All right, the 1-1. A big swing and a miss on a pitch way inside. People are getting desperate, man. Ugh. Okay, well, let's just stop talking about that, please. As Kang Min Ho is almost able to grab it, but falls backwards, and it'll stay 1-2. I don't need to bring down the. All right, so Pak Min will step back in. The 1-2 pitch. Yeah. All right, 1-2 pitch, and he fouls off a pitch off the plate, and it stays 1-2. 35 pitches now, 18 pitches in this inning. Again, a leadoff walk, a stolen base, a fly ball that moved the runner over to third. And so far, LG is 0 for 5 with runners on base, and they are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position so far in this game. It's just a continuation of their struggles in Game 2. As that's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3. As Wang Dong-jae is just letting LG understand that it's his game. They're just side characters. As once again, 0 for 3 with runners on base. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. 2 base runners left on base already today for LG. They've had 2 on. Both of them have, or all of them have been stranded. 19 pitches that inning, bringing him to 36 pitches. LG can't possibly score when they have runners on. Yeah, well. Get you some bacon soda. So that's going to bring up the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Samsung. We'll see what happens here. Get everything set up. All right. Wheeze bees back. Im Sang-gyu, 23 pitches through the first inning, or first 2 innings. The last inning, a big 7-pitch inning. Yeah. All right. Ooh. Throws the bat down to miss the bunt. And it's 0-1. Kim Young-un, 333 on this postseason. Again, he is the man that is either home run, strikeout, or double. That is what he does, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a strike. 0-2. Im Sang-gyu yet to have a strikeout today. We'll see what happens now. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Says throw it in the ground. He does. And that'll be the first strikeout. I said it because I knew it was happening. Ladies and gentlemen, come to me for all your future planning advice. What? If you guys were were we who we would. What? I don't even know what that. I don't know what that says, man. As that is a ball one. If you guys were me, who would you vote for? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so that's in the dirt. Oh, that's gonna make it 2-0 to EJ Hyun. Oh, let's not talk about politics in this baseball game. All right, the 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for strike 2-1. Oh. EJ Hyun, there we go. 125 in this postseason. And that catches the bottom of the zone. It's 2-2. 30 pitches now for Im Chang-gyu. He can throw 100 pitches. Don't have to worry about that too much. You can talk politics. Just no U.S. election politics, please. It is so ridiculously divided that I don't even like. All right, so the 2-2 pitch. And waits on the curveball, but still way out in front of it and fouls. That's one away. Stays at 2-2. EJ Hyun has played really good shortstop. Even though he's not hitting the ball, he is playing absolutely solid defense for Samsung. He's probably saved 2 or 3 runs alone with his defense at shorts, but that just misses as Im Chang-gyu keeps literally just missing by centimeters on 2-2 pitches now. All right, the 3-2 pitch pops it up. Foul. Austin gives chase, but into the old bullpen. The bullpens for here in Jamshil is right next to the dugout, so there shouldn't be any relievers dragging guys out to decide if they should be coming in or not. All right, EJ Hyun, the next pitch, the 3-2 pitch once again, and that definitely catches the bottom of the zone, and that's 2 up and 2 down via the strikeout for Im Chang-gyu in this inning. I mean, it all depends. I mean, you can get a nice place. It really, the biggest thing is how old the place is, how big the place is, and how close to public transportation. Seoul, everything is double to triple price. As that's in there for striker Yoo Hyuk. Hitting 400 in this postseason, that's way too long. Something about buying postseason tickets is too hard, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, as that's swing and a miss, 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Yoo Hyuk. That's going to be a ground ball, but foul. No, they don't. I'm not gonna go because Hanwha is not playing. But they're not too expensive. So I remember I went to game in 2004. I went to game 3 of the World Series. As the 0-2 pitch, and that is upstairs, 1 and 2. So I remember 2004, Red Sox versus Cardinals. I went to the World Series. Face value for the 4th deck, I think I was like 3 or 4 rows from the very top down the third base side on the infield. Face value was $125 at the time. And I paid $250 a piece from a scalper outside the game like 5 minutes before the game started. I think I paid 70 or maybe 90 when I went to the World Series, or sorry, the Korean Series in 2018. As that's filed away 2 and 2 now. Yeah, I don't. They're not too much. You have to realize that. So like, for instance, Hanwha. If you want to sit directly behind home plates, it's like $45 or $50, and that's the first seat right behind home plates during the regular season. He waits on it and then pokes it through the hole, and there goes Kim Jong-Yu's no hitter, as they've got their first base runner with 2 outs here on the bottom of the third. Top of the third, sorry. Samsung is no longer at home. Yeah, baseball is the most popular sports. And then soccer has been making its way up. But, yeah, baseball is still #1 sport. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Kim Ji-chan 0 for 1 today, and looks at ball 1 on the outside. I live in Korea, so that's why. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Kim Ji-chan, and the toss over to first. Gwangju hang ticket ku. All right, the 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs, 2-0. Down. I would say future MLB stars, no. The development of Korean players is just so archaic that outside of a pitcher, you really just aren't gonna get it. As that misses again, and it's 3-0. Kim Hae-sung, who is second baseman for Kium, he wants to be posted after this season, so it's possible that he could. I could see, as far as pitchers go, as that is in there for a strike. Right, Lee Jung-hoo and Kim Ha-sung both played for Kium, and then they have a third player, Kim Hae-sung, who is also from Kium, that could make the transition next year. But here comes the 3-1 pitch to Kim Ji-chan, pops him up, and third baseman under it, and 3 away. As he gives up a 2-out hit, but gets out of it, and will go to the bottom of the third. It is tied at goose eggs. Oops. I keep forgetting who's the home team and who's the away team. Not easy whenever I'm not a big follower. I follow the teams just because of streaming for Hanwha, but yeah. Yeah, Kium. So Kium, right now, the Kium Heroes, they had Kang Jung-ho, the was the shortstop for Pittsburgh that ran into legal troubles because he was drinking and driving everywhere. Pak Byung-ho, who is the DH right now for Samsung, he was a bust, signed by Minnesota to play first, but never really amounted to anything. Lee Jung-ho, the center fielder, might be the center fielder for Samsung or for San Francisco. Kim Ha-sung, the utility, was the All-Star Gold Glove winner at short for San Diego. Kind of a utility player, but now he's had problems. And then they also had Kim Ha-sung, who is playing second base this year, but it's thought that he may make the trip to the MLB next season. So we'll see. All right, so we're here for the bottom of the third. One of the issues for a lot of the guys making the transition offensively, as that first pitch to Moon Sung-ju is in there for a strike. 368 on the season. Did not start in last game, and now it's 1-1. So the biggest issue for hitters going is, one, the ballparks are bigger. The ball is not the ball they're hitting. It's harder to hit in the MLB. It's not as tightly wound. The speed is bigger, and the off-speed pitch. The speed is faster, and the off-speed pitch are really a lot faster in the MLB. It's just such a big difference. Is that misses upstairs, and it's 3-1 now. Oh, Wang Dong-jae still out there. 40 pitches so far, 19 in his last outing or his last inning. And here's the 3-1 pitch that's in there for a strike, and it's 3-2. Moon Sung-ju now with a full counts. First full count of the day for LG. They've had the leadoff hitters on base for the first 2 innings. They've had runners in scoring position the entire game, as that's going to be a ground ball. 6-3, 1 away, and this is the first inning that they haven't had the leadoff batter on. But again, the first inning, they had the leadoff batter on, moved over to seconds on a ground out, and then they went 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. Second inning, OG1 leads off with a walk and then steals second base. Then they proceed to go 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. So how are they going to actually get some runs if they can't hit whenever people are on base? So here comes Hong Chang-gi for Mr. Boosted, as he is looking for Hong Chang-gi to get 2 hits, runs, or RBIs. Oh, 1 hit already today. He singled to lead off the LG first inning and looks at ball 1, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch in the dirts, and it's 2-1. Wang Dong-jae, 60, 70 pitches would be a lot to get from him. He's already at 45 here in the bottom of the second with bottom of the third with 1 out. And the 2-1 pitch, he sets up just right down the middle and misses that, and it's 3-1. Even though he's got his 3 strikeouts, he's also running these counts pretty high up there with walks or balls. The 3-1 pitch in there for strike, 3-2. Honestly, I have no idea. I have not followed the KBO long enough to be able to make that type of an assessment. And the 3-2 outside, ball 4, and another walk for LG as they get a 1-out walk this time. We'll see if maybe having 1 out with a runner on is a little bit better. Who knows? It's kind of like if you think about it, the issue with the KBO is like, oh, who's the greatest KBO player ever? One, the league's only been around for 42 years. Two, if they're a really good KBO player, they leave and they go to Japan or they go to the MLB. So the greatest KBO players don't play in the KBO. Yeah. Yeah. All right. No, because the Japanese going to Korea would be stepping down 1 league. So the Shinmin J looks at strike 1 on the outside because yeah, going down. Well, there was, yeah. Yeah, it's higher than the Mexican League. The thing with the Mexican League is there's no drug testing in the Mexican League. As the 0-1, that's going to be a ground ball, a 6-4-3, and well, LG continues to be absolutely 100% piss poor with runners on base as they are now, ladies and gentlemen, let's calculate this. They are what? What is that? 0 for 7 with runners on base. I have not seen Trevor Bauer pitch. I've seen him pitch, but I haven't seen him in person pitch because I've never watched. I've never been to Japan to watch a baseball game. I was actually supposed to go in 2014 to watch MLB All Stars versus Japan. Yeah, I was actually going to go to Japan in 2014 to watch MLB All Stars versus Japan. But my buddy that I was going to go with had something come up, and so he wasn't able to go, and he was kind of running things. His brother lives in Japan, so we had tickets to go to the game and everything, but ended up not being able to go. Yeah. So I have, for as far as my time in Korea, I have seen so many different games. Again, I've been to spring training games, I've been to postseason games, I've been to regular season games, I've been to the Korean series, I've been to the All-Star games, I've been to MLB versus Korean teams, I've been to Team Korea games, I've been to Asia games, I've been to MLB games. Pretty much, yeah. They're small. All right, Im Jong-gyu back out. Has given up 1 hit. That was to Yu Ji-hyuk, but got the next pitch out, and that's first pitch foul. Yeah, LG not scoring anything. I mean, it's just a continuation since the last game. As that's in there for a strike, as Pak Dong Won can't even hold on to it, and it's 0-2. Hasn't been to a baseball game in 20 years, as that pitch is way outside. He's watching the game on the old TV. All right, so the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be ground ball. Moonbo Young scoops it up, throws, and one away. They'll get himself another baseball. Yeah, I still cannot believe that LG has not done any. They've had base runners on all 3 innings so far. So I feel like I should make English signs. When I go to the games, I should just write things in English on the sketchbook and just see how many of them will show up. Is Yoon Jung Bin 0 for 1 today? Looks at ball 1 and it's 1-1. That misses. There's the old commissioner. I thought about making a sign that just said, like, as that's Mrs. Lowe. In Korean, writing, like, write something funny in Korean and then just writing it in Korean. But the actual sentence just says, write something funny in Korean. Like, I put in a chat GPT prompt, is that's going to be a single over through the hole on the right side. And Samsung is now out hitting LG. I still, man, at this point, I feel like no team is going to win. Because I don't think Samsung can win outside of Daegu, and I don't think that LG can actually hit the ball. Because they should have scored already in this game. They've had runners on base every inning and runners in scoring position with 1 out and nothing. As Diaz looks at strike 1. Diaz 0 for 1. I can't believe LG's not winning right now. Honestly. So Diaz 0 for 1, flew out to left. As that misses outside, 1-1. Would love a 15-inning tie game. Yeah, no game. They're supposed to play tomorrow, just so you guys know. They are supposed to play tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain all day. All right, Nick. Strike 2. As that was crushed again. That is the second time he has absolutely crushed it. But just wow. That's the second straight at bats. He's only had 2 at bats here. But he is just absolutely crushing them. But just missed. They're replaying it to see if it hit the pole. Did it hit the pole? That last replay that they showed, it looked like it glanced off the pole. We'll see. Trying to look at the no. That angle, I don't know why we're still looking at it. All right. Well, it's 1-2 now to Diaz. He crushed one in the first inning. And then grounded out to the pitcher on the next pitch. We'll see what happens here. The 1-2 pitch says throw it in the dirt. He does, but Diaz doesn't go for it because Pak Dong-won is such an idiot behind the plate that these catchers bang on the freaking dirt. And I'm sorry, but it doesn't work with Diaz or Rojas. They can hear you banging on the ground with your glove as Diaz goes down, but he's going to lift that one to right and 2 away. It's just pure, like, I just wonder, like, do these catchers have any training whatsoever, or is it just like when they're growing up, they're like, you're the fat kid, you go behind home plate? Because watching these guys, they try to backhand pitches they in the dirt between their legs. They never move their body to block anything. They try to stab at it with the glove all the time. As that first pitch is in there for a strike to Pak Dong-won or Pak Byung-ho. And then they also they take their glove and they bang on the dirt when they want to pitch down in the dirt. As the 0-1. And there he goes again, banging on the dirt. 1-1. You talk about Hanwha Mookie or Dodgers Mookie? All right, the 1-1. And that's going to be lined into right field. Hong Chang-gi cuts it off, but that's going to move him over to third. And they've got runners on the corner now with 2 outs as Pak Byung-ho comes up with a 2-out single, moving him over. Yeah, I see that, he's suddenly, now he's playing professionally and has access to, like, I don't want to say healthier food because some of the food that they serve him is absolute garbage. But yeah, I have to think that, actually having to run and all of that's on a consistent basis, not playing for Chaegong Yagu with the old guys that are just down in sojus in between innings. So there we go. 2 outs, runners on the corner. Im Chang-gyu is starting to struggle a little. 24 pitches in the 3rd inning as he ran the counts full. And then now he's got 17 pitches so far. And Kang Min-ho steps in 222 in this 222 in this postseason, but again, he hit 365 in Jamshil on the season. As that misses, and it's 1-0. Really? You think Kang Min-ho, the pride of Lotte, is going to strike out? He hit a sharp grounder to the pitcher in his first at-bat, 0 for 1, and that is ball 2. It's not going to be a strikeout if he doesn't throw it near the strike zone. All right, the 2-0 pitch to Kang Min-ho, swing and a miss. 2-1. Hernandez already warming up. The should have been MVP of the 2nd round, but instead they gave it to the Korean guy. All right, the 2-1 pitch. And catches the bottom of the zone. 2-2. Is Kenny going to be right? Is Kenny going to be right? Almost feel like Im Chang-gyu might be his last batter. Yuti Pool. Kongli. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And guess what? Kenny was right. As strikes him out to leave 2 runners on. Kenny with the big call, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 0-0. Big time Kenny Collin. 22 pitches there, 69 through 4. Oh, Min a big strikeout. So they finally get a runner on, and well, 1 for 3 with runners on in that inning, and a nice little. All right, we've got some baseball still left to play. Both teams are apparently afraid of home plates. Yeah, I know there's a lot of resentment there. But you have to think about him. You know, he probably was like, okay, I want a championship. And then Samsung just sucked after he went there. Because I know he's one of 4 players that have not that have played 2,000 games but have not won a championship. Will we have oh, there we go. That's all right. Okay, Austin struck out looking. All right, so that's going to bring up Austin. He struck out looking in his first at-bat back in the first. Bottom of the 4th here, Wang Dong-jae, 50 pitches, looks it's a ball 1. Mr. Austin Ding Ding. 111 in the postseason. He hit really well in the KT series, but has been not good in this series. A big swing and a miss there. 1-1. Austin Ding Ding. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Austin Dean. And struck out looking in his first at-bat, leading off here in the 4th. And that's way outside. 2-1. 53 pitches from Wang Dong-jae. 10 straight batters without a hit, but that's a stupid stat. Because they've had 2 walks. As that misses upstairs, 3-1. Yeah, they had a leadoff single, but yeah, and then now they haven't. Austin trying to channel his inner hitter. Giving him the old pep talk. The Stuart Little pep talk is going to be ball 4. And for the 3rd inning out of 4, they have had the leadoff batter on base. Can LG do the impossible? And that is get an actual hit with a runner on base. They have yet to do it today. 0 for 7 with runners on base today. 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. We'll see how much longer Wang Dong-jae stays in. They've got Lee Seung-hyun in the bullpen, the lefty, and they've got the Smirk, Hanwha's prize possession, and former LG twin himself, Song-eun Bam, warming up the righty. They can't do that. That wasn't even the bullpen manager. That was another reliever. That was Kim Jae-hoon that drug the other reliever out. As that's ball 1 outside to Kim Hyun-soo. Kim Hyun-soo struck out swinging in his at-bats. As they're going to have a little mound visit here, and that might be it for him. The 15 innings, Lamario. 15 innings for the playoffs, apparently. I've never seen it go more than 12. But yeah, 15 innings. If it's tied after 15 innings, well, you, yeah. All right, this is the pitcher that actually got dragged out, but that'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change. Lee Seung-hyun out on the mound, the left-hander to face some of these other left-handers. We are into the Samsung bullpen. Things could get interesting. Wang Dong-jae pitched, I mean, way better. I thought this game was going to be over before they got to the bullpen. But yeah, like honestly, he pitched fantastic for Samsung. 3 innings. He is responsible for the runner on first. 56 pitches, 31 for strikes, 1 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. So honestly, I think he pitched fantastic for a guy that was basically kind of thrown in as a bullpen starter. So, I know Samsung is 100% happy with the results they got from him, and no questions asked about that. So, Lee Seung-hyun will come out now. Left-hander will take over 2 games in this postseason, 0.2 innings. 1 strikeouts, 1 walk. He is the guy that I thought was going to start. He started 17 games in the regular season. He is the guy that I thought was going to start this game, but apparently they don't want him to start in the playoffs. Who knows? But Kim Hyun-soo will once again step back in, finish this at bats as Austin Dean is over there on first base after the leadoff walk. 1-0 pitch to Kim Hyun-soo. And the pitch from Lee Seung-hyun will have to wait because he's going to throw over and check on Austin over at first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Kim Hyun-soo versus Lee Seung-hyun, 0 for 4 on the season. As Austin gets picked off, and once again, LG does the LG, as that's going to be a 1, 3, 6. I'm not, good Lord. Well done, LG. I know he was going, so that's going to be a 1, 3, 6, 3, and instead we're just going to watch this girl instead of the actual replay. And if I could change one thing about the KBO, it would be getting rid of these 60-year-old managers. Like, good God, are they bad. Like, you literally just had your big old first baseman trying to steal a base. And the 1-0, that's ball 2. He's so bad. He is so bad. And the 2-0 pitch. That's 3-0. That's going to be awesome if he walks him on 4 pitches and just makes that caught stealing even bigger. You know Austin Dean is like, why the was I running? And there's a strike, and that's 3-1. Well, at least now LG doesn't have a worse. Isn't going to be worse with runners on base as you get picked off, as that's popped up in foul territory, but into the bullpen, hits off the plates, and we've got ourselves a full count. running in. He's been in the postseason 100 games now. 109 is first. Oh God, don't ever say that. Those things. That's gonna be a single. That stolen base is, or that pickoff is looking beautiful. Wouldn't that suck if you had a runner on first base when you finally got another hit? But let's be honest, LG probably wouldn't have gotten a hit because they haven't gotten a hit all game with a runner on base. No, that's because Hanwha's manager is the oldest manager in the league. I would say there's one manager worse than Hanwha's manager, and that's Doosan's manager. All right, OG Wan steps in. He walked in his first at-bat, swings at a pitch way in the dirts, and that's 0-1. Yeah. OG Wan walked in his first at-bat, stole seconds, and then proceeded to get thrown out in a pickle at home. OG Wan 250 on the season, or the postseason, 0 for 0 today. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss at another pitch way down on the bottom of the zone. The slider is making him look foolish. A beautiful slider is what he's swinging at. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did they go to the third slider? And the 0-2 pitch, that's the third slider, way outside. The biggest rivalry, I would say, either Kia Doosan. There's three: Kia Doosan, LG Doosan, and Lotte Kia. Those would be the three I would say. As the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that's going to be a chopper foul. Diaz not able to make the play over in foul territory. So we'll give him one of those. Hey. Oh. All right, we'll have another 1-2 pitch here. Hey, you can't take my line, Nick. That's my line. As the 1-2 is fouled away. Yes, there is no bigger rivalry than Hanwha versus winning. All right, the 1-2 pitch. And the throw over. Not very big. Because Samsung's in the middle of the country. LG hasn't won a championship except last year for 29 years. And that's a swing. Tips it into the glove. The only lock I have for this game is LG is not going to get a hit with any runners on base, as they have now made it 0 for 8 on the day with runners on base. All right, that's going to bring up Moonbo Young. Looks at strike one. No, I don't bet at all. I don't even know where you bet on KBO, honestly. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch to Moonbo Young. He sets up on the outside. A big sweeping curve, and it's 0-2. 2 straight curveballs. Ooh, just dropping out. Curveball, slider, fastball. Good luck, lefties. I don't know who Our is. I'm sorry. That is 0-2 pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. 3 straight curveballs. 2 strikeouts. 0 for 2 with the runners on base. And that will be the end of the 4th. They strand another one as they get a walk and a single, but they get picked off. Yeah, the LG and Doosan are a big rival because of the fact that they share the same stadium. So the three, you have both teams share the exact same stadium. So when LG is home, Doosan is away, but they're still home. So that's a huge rivalry, obviously. And then you have Kia and Lotte is a big rivalry. But that is it's a rivalry based on history, not baseball. And then also you have Doosan and Kia are big rivalries because they're the 2 teams that have the most championships. All right, here we go. Top of the old 5th. Let's see. What do we got? Im Chang-gyu will face the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Not a good... There's not 2 strikes. There we go. As first pitch is popped up and out of play, 0-1. So Kim Young-un 0 for 1 today with a strikeouts. First strikeout up there on your viewing area. For those of you in the horizontal, for those of you in the vertical, sorry, but there's no room for case. And the 0-1, a big swing and a miss on a curve that I believe was just clocked with a sundial. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Again, this guy can put Samsung up real quick or go sit down. And that is a ball in the dirt. Oh. Solo shot in the first game. Another solo shot in the second game. He just, but again, it's a first to 3. So the only game that is a best of 7 is the Korean series. All right, the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day. That's the 4th of the day for Im Chang-gyu. He loves facing the bottom of this lineup, as that is the 4th strikeout from the 6, 7, 8 hitters. All 4 of his strikeouts have come from 6, 7, 8. And here we go. The first pitch to EJ Hyun in there for a strike with another curveball. He is just throwing. He's like, hey, if Lee Seung-hyun can just throw curveball. And here comes. That is crushed. But this isn't Daegu, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lazy fly ball. And 2 away. That's a home run in Daegu, ladies and gentlemen. That was a home run in Daegu. All right. All right, Ryuji Hyuk steps in. He walked in his first at bats. He's 1 for 1 on the day. The umpire decides I think he left his lights on or something. He ran off to the side. Give the ball boy his keys, or I guess he's just getting baseballs. Who knows? All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch to Ryuji Hyuk. Lift is way up, and it's 2-0. Ryuji Hyuk ended up getting the first hit of the day for Samsung back in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, single. But nothing after that. History, man. History. Japan occupied Korea and basically and took over Korean women and made them basically women of pleasure for Japanese soldiers. Just Google Japan versus Korea, and that's why. They are not just a rivalry in baseball, they are a rivalry in everything. They could play in the Olympics and lose every game, but if they beat Japan, that is all that matters. As that is ball 4, and he will take his base. 2 out, single in his first at bat, 2 out walk in his seconds. 81 pitches now for Im Chong-gyu as he's thrown 12 pitches in this inning. Hernandez hanging out in the bullpen. Hernandez says, I'm not coming in unless they're going to give me some recommendation or some recognition for the amount of games I've pitched in, and give me my own playoff MVP award. I think that's what he's thinking. We don't want to score now. We want LG to win because we want more baseball. All right, here we go. Kim Ji-chan, 0 for 2 on the day from the leadoff spots. And the check over on Ryuji Hyuk. And Pak Dong-won behind the plate is not a good defensive catcher. Why is it that when I hit 0 strikes, suddenly 3 balls pop up? As the throw over, Ryuji Hyuk gets back in. Da, 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 da. All right. The first pitch, Kim Ji-chan, Pak Dong-won is ready to throw. He has set himself up, but it's not going. Kim Ji-chan lifts that one. Hong Chang-gi under it, and 3 away. Im Chong-gyu gets through 5. That's more than they can say for any of the other pitchers. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 0-0, and yeah, they are playing baseball, not soccer, ladies and gentlemen. They are playing baseball, not soccer. So different teams, or sorry, different broadcast companies, they switch back and forth. So like today is NBC, SBS had the other game, but SBS ended up getting the game because of the rainouts. So there's KBS, SPO TV, and I don't know if SPO TV gets any of them. But yeah, so the 4 main companies rotate through, I guess. No. But yeah. But I absolutely hate trying to find the baseball. I hate trying to find the game on Korean TV, because normally, like, I have like on my remote, I just have a so like I have my remote that basically I have 5 channels on my remote. Just my favorites are just the 5 baseball channels. And these channels will replay the previous game, and it's really annoying because you're thinking, oh, it's going to be the game, but it's a replay of the game before, and then the actual game, like, this isn't, normally it would be on NBC Sports, but if you look at the video that you're watching probably right now, it says NBC UHD Live. It's not on the regular NBC Sports Plus station. It's on regular NBC. So it'd be like, instead of being on, I don't know, NBC Sports, it's on NBC. As that is runs up and in, a ball 1 to Pak Dong-won. So trying to find it is kind of a pain when I'm really pressed for time after work. So the 1-0, that is ball 2, 2-0. Pak Dong-won, Mr. Full Swing, Mr. No Hits is what his name is going to be changed to after this series if he doesn't start doing something. As that's ball 3. He's not even swinging, ladies and gentlemen. Don't expect him to swing now. 3 straight pitches, none of them near the strike zone. Yeah, it's really, and it's just the playoffs that are like this. As that is just catching the inside corner, and it's 3-1. And like for me, it'll be on a certain channel, but for Kenny, it'll be on a different channel because he is in Busan or Changwon or Busan, where I'm in Daejeon. So another leadoff base runner. They have had the leadoff base runner on 4 of the 5 innings. Not only that, they have had the other inning, they had the second batter on. Yeah, something like that. So there's KBS, SBS, NBC are the 3 main ones. And then you have SPO TV. SPO TV has SPO TV and SPO TV 2. They are the ones that's had used to have the international broadcasting rights, and that was a big thing because they suddenly got it right when the ESPN was going to broadcast, so they had the rights to the international broadcast. And there ended up being a big embezzlement scandal in the KBO, but nothing ever came out of it. As Pak Min is going to drop the bunt down, go to first, and they will move the runner over, but once again, a runner on first, nobody outs. Now they've lowered their chance of scoring any runs by 4%. What's 0% minus 4%? I think if they don't score this inning, they actually have to give Samsung a run for having runners on base in all 5 innings without being able to score a run. I think that's in the rule book right next to you have to bunt if you have somebody on base. All right, Moon Sung Ju 0 for 1 today. That dude is everywhere. All right, so the 0-1 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. That's going to be through. Kim Ji-chan is going to come home, but not. Pak Dong-won is he will move up to third. They've got a runner. Hey, I was in the crowd, man. Oh, there's a Hanwha Eagles fan in the crowd there in LG right there. I was in the crowd. I'm gonna say this now, and I am a little bitter that ESPN never asked me to come on their show. I am a little upset that they never once asked me to come on their ESPN broadcast. I'm just throwing that out there. I need to get it off my chest. I am not happy that I was not asked to be on ESPN. All right, now. Runner on first is Moon Sung Ju. He has some speed. Runner at third is Pak Dong Won. He does not. We'll see if LG does the LG thing and decides to do a Little League double steal where a runner gets thrown out coming home. Because I think that is exactly what LG will do. I'm putting that out there. And that's ball one in the dirt. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch to Hong Chang-gi. 1 hit, 1 walk, a swing, and 1 miss. 1-1. 1-1. Runner on first and third. 1 out. Leadoff hitter up, who is also 1 for 1, wearing number 51. All right. Big pitch, 286 on the season. 2 hits against this pitcher. That's way outside. It's 2-1. All right. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the inside. Misses badly, but he fouls it away into the netting above the bullpen. Bounces into the little crevice there, and it's now 2-2. I have been to a Korean hockey game before. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And he pops that up. Left fielder gonna grab it. We'll see what happens. He's coming in. Pak Dong Won. He's gonna come home. They're not even gonna try it. And LG gets on the board with a sacrifice fly from Hong Chang-gi, and they've got runners now on first. LG with their first run of the day. It took them a while. They still have 1 hit with runners on base, and that is a big one. He gets it deep enough. Not in left field is number 5, who is injured, who has a much better arm. He has one of the better arms in the entire league. So that is coming up big. So not only is he not in there offensively, he's also not in there defensively. And LG takes the 1-0 lead on the sacrifice fly from Hong Chang-gi. As apparently we've got a pitching change. The smirk is in, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's favorite former Hanwha Eagle, Song Bom. Former LG Twin. Former SK Wyvern. Just was with LG last year. 9 games on the season, 8.1 innings, 2 holds, 1.08 ERA, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. We will see what happens here as Samsung on to their third pitcher so far this game. As the LG fans are getting loud, finally they have something to cheer about. All right, Shin-Min Jae now steps in. Grounded into a 4.63, a double play in his last at-bat. 0 for 2 today. A 4-3 ground out in his first. Runner over at first is Moon Sung Ju, and that's ball one upstairs, 1-0. And that's ball one. Sorry, ball three. Someone sent me a message. And that's ball four. As 4 straight pitches, and that'll move a runner into scoring position. As that'll be it for him. Song Bomb comes in, walks a batter on 4 pitches, and then it comes back out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the pride of Hanwha. Now that'll bring up Austin again. Oh, Song Bomb will head out. They'll bring in another pitcher, still trying to get the third out. They'll bring in not a Hanwha pitcher, but a Hanwha brother. Nick, you still hanging around out there in the old in the chat? All right, Kim Yoon-soo coming in. He's basically coming in to face Austin. He has faced Austin Dean twice. So this next pitcher coming in, Kim Yoon-soo. Does that name sound familiar at all? Oh, Kim Yoon-soo has come in. He's faced Austin Dean twice. He's come in to face him. He struck him out to both. Yep, that's Kim Bum-soo's little brother. Oh, he got a 6-3 ground out. I thought he struck him out twice. But yeah, that's Kim Bum-soo's little brother. All right, Kim Yoon-soo, 2 games, 0.2 innings, 2 holds, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. He is Austin Dean's nemesis. Austin Dean would love nothing more than to hit himself a nice, fat, juicy 3-run bomb here to make himself feel better about every single thing happening in this. Oh, did you? You want me to have him sign it for you? All right. Austin Dean steps in. Big spots. 2 outs, runners on first and seconds. Leads with the fastball. Austin Dean knew it was coming. but lifts it to the right, and that'll be it. All right. That'll be it for the 5th. We'll take a little bit of a break and be back in just a few moments.
Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. Fried chicken, finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. Fried chicken, finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. All right. Oh, we should be coming back. So LG finally gets a hit with runners on base. Again, they have just been awful. I definitely wrote that wrong. No. So finally get a hit with a runner on base, but didn't do anything for it. But Im Chong-gyu is still out there. Uh-oh. Oh, Im Chong-gyu is still out there. It's first pitch is in there for a ball. I'm trying to get my stuff back as that's lifted to left, and Kim Hyun-soo under it. So one away. Hopefully my audio is working properly. What is this? All right, that'll be it for Im Chong-gyu. Gets his one out. I've lost all of my my computer usage, minus the streaming program. We've got 1 out. We'll have a pitching change. I will see if I can get this fixed and back. We'll see. All right, I think that does it. I hope I'm back. So we'll have a pitching change here. 1 out. There we go. All right. Coming in, I assume is going to be Hernandez. We'll see. Yep, Hernandez will come in. Mr. You know, Mr. Playoff, I would say. Nick, you need to hold on to that card. If they have the Dokma Hanmadan, the postseason after the Korean series is over, they always have the Hanwha gathering with the players and everything. You can use it there. 5 games, 7.1 innings from Hernandez, 2 saves, 1 hold, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. Yeah, you'll be there maybe. Who knows what they'll do? As Yu Jung-bin fouls that first one off, and it's 0-1. We'll see. We'll see. Because again, with you having just the weekend season ticket, whether or not you'll be able to actually go is another thing. Is that's bounced in the dirts, and that's 1-1 now. Because I know. So Nick, once they announce it, I'll send you a message about a trick that you can use to make sure that you get one, as that's in there for a ball 2-1. Something that because again last year I had the full season ticket and the weekend season ticket, so I used both of them for this. So I'll give you a little hint, and that is going to be lifted, going, and at the wall, the catch by Hong Chang-gi. And good Lord, this is why the game is at Jamshil. That could not have been any farther without going out. Right up against the wall. He is tall, sticks the glove up, and catches it. That was a bat flip. He thought he had a crushed home run as Diaz, first pitch, Kim Hyun-soo coming on and under it, and that's 1-2-3 as the long fly ball, then the short fly ball, and that'll be it for Samsung in the top of the 6th as Hong Chang-gi drifts back and makes the catch at the wall. Hernandez comes in, gets 2 big outs. And no, it is going really fast. That's what happens when nobody gets hits. 3 hits in the game. LG has walked 5 times, which is amounted to a run. So yeah, I mean, when you literally get nobody on base, it goes real quick. I mean, there haven't even been that many pitches. Yeah, it definitely wasn't a super catch. He literally just went to the wall and put his glove up and was like, oh, out. He didn't even jump. But you have LG, who's gone through 6 innings. They've only thrown 89 pitches as a team. You have Samsung, who's thrown 5 innings, and they're at 82. Let's see, 87 pitches through 5 innings. So even the pitchers aren't throwing that many pitches. But we'll have a pitching change once again. Kim Hyun-soo is done. He got his 1 out. He got his Austin Dean out. And that'll bring in Lee Sang-min. Again, they're definitely not a super catch. He literally just went back to the wall. And one foot was still on the ground. Shut up, announcers. You have no damn clue. All right, Kim Hyun-soo will step in. He singled in his last at-bat, was stranded on the base pass, looks at ball 1 outside. And it is 1-0. All right. So Lee Sang-min, 37 games, 30 wins, 30 innings, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 save, and 8 holds. And that is misses 2-1 on the curveball. I forgot to change my earpieces. I usually do the old switch so that I can have the game in this ear on the second half and the music in this one. But I definitely forgot, so I'll have to do that at the end of this inning. So Kim Hyun-soo again 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out in the first inning. Singled in his last at bats back in the 4th inning. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, a weird hop, and gets it in time. And 1 away. Took a really strange hop as Yu-Ji Hyuk was going to his left. Ended up having to kind of jump up and catch it. Probably didn't really need to jump as KBO is probably a good idea that he did. Didn't need to, but wasn't an awful idea. As it took a real weird bounce there. All right, 1 away, and OG Won will step in. He walked, stole a base, and struck out 0 for 1 on the day, as that's a ball. All right, well, enjoy. I'm guessing it's dinner time or maybe game time. Who knows? But here we go. The 1-0 pitch to OG Won. We'll make sure that we don't burn anything down until you get back, Nick. All right, the 1-1 pitch to OG Won, and nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, LG with that 1-0 lead, as that's a swing and a miss. Lee Sang-min on the mound. All right, the 1-2 pitch to OG Won, and way outside into the other batter's box. And that's going to be lined into the netting down by the exciting zone. And it'll stay 2-2. And Samsung, if they win this game, they will play Kia on Sunday in the Korean series. If LG wins, the games will have to get moved around a little bit. I'll explain in just a sec. The 2-2 pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman, that one just died, as that's 2 away now. The ground ball from Kim Hyun-soo hit a hard hop and bounced up. Yu-Ji Hyuk ended up having to jump kind of to make the play. That hit by OG Won, almost the exact same spot, but it almost like hit something else and just kind of dropped down. So, but 2 outs now, down to the bottom of the 6th. Moonbo Gyung 0 for 2, flew out to left in his first at bat, strikeout, first pitch swinging. That's Ryuji Huck, and it goes off of his glove as he slides to the left. I'm sure they'll give him an infield single on that. Have to think that they'll give him an infield single as the ground ball, Yuji Huck goes. He kind of dives, slides, hits off of the heel of his glove right by the thumb, and then rolls away, and he's not able to grab it. As that one will make it time for another pitcher. If you give up the hit, you got to come out, apparently, is the rules for Samsung today. Is we will have a new pitcher. They'll bring in, I assume, a righty to face Pak Dong-wan to try to get out of this inning. So Samsung will bring in a new pitcher. We'll stare at the LG cheerleaders. So Kim Tae-hoon will come in. I do like the fact that they are not really going to a lot of commercials. Normally, every single pitching change is a commercial break, but not in the playoffs here. So 2 games of 1.2 innings, a 5.4 ERA, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 home run given up. That was in the last game, I believe. Did he give up the 3-run shot to Kim Hyun-soo? Yes, he gave up the 3-run shot to Kim Hyun-soo in the 9th inning of the game on Tuesday night. A runner on first, 2 outs. Super, super awesome flashy lighties going everywhere over in LG's Cheer Dance Stage. 8 cheerleaders. That is a lot of cheerleaders on that stage. Normally, I think they probably do 4 during the week, 6 on the weekends. That's at least what Hanwha does. Alrighty. Pak Dong-wan steps in. He is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in his last at-bats, hit into a 1-5-2-5 ground out. But he is the 1 LG run, as he came home on the sacrifice fly by Hong Chang-gi in the 5th, as that just about picks him off over at first, as Moonbo Gyung doesn't realize that that he's about to get picked off. Nice pickoff move there. Moonbo Gyung not the most fleet of foots. You got Kim Tae-hoon, the right-hander, facing Pak Dong-wan, the right-hander, throws over again and almost gets him again. He is real close to getting him, and nobody warming up in the old LG bullpen. They're going to let Hernandez, maybe. I would love to know who they have. They think is going to close it. Did he go? He did not. Im Chang-min and Lee Seung-hyun, the right-handed Lee Seung-hyun, warming up in the Samsung bullpen. The left-handed Lee Seung-hyun already came into pitch. He's the one that gave up the 1 LG run. But the 1-0 pitch to Pak Dong-wan gets a little squibber, but goes foul, and it's 1-1. Pak Dong-wan, cat-like reflexes out of the batter's box there. LG's manager hanging out with the stopwatch. Alrighty. Again, Kim Tae-hoon, 2 pitches so far. He did give up the 3-run shot in the last game on Tuesday to Kim Hyun-soo, but it was pretty meaningless as Samsung was already up 10-2 at the time, made it 10-5, made it a slightly more respectable game. But the 1-1 pitch to Pak Dong-won, and that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, goes to second, and once again, with a runner on base, LG cannot get a hit, and we will go to the seventh. It's 1-0 LG. 1-0 LG. I believe they have 5 hits though. 5? 4. This is quite the old nail biter, as once again they strand a base runner. LG has left 6 runners on, and ladies and gentlemen, 6 runners, yes, 6 runners on base. They have 4 hits. If you go back to game, try to find all my stuff here. That's not it. There it is. They left 8 runners on. No, 9 runners on in the last game. And what's fitting for that game is, well, they left 9 runners on. They had 11 hits. They still left 9 runners on. So can they finally get some runs? Who knows? Hernandez will be back out there for LG to at least go through the 7th. I honestly, there's nobody warming up at all, and Hernandez had 2 saves. 2 saves and 1 hold in the first series that LG played against KT. Again, played in all 5 of those games. You have to wonder who LG is going to have to close out a game. They had one other pitcher try to earn a save, and he gave up a 2-run homer to Bae-jung Dae in the bottom of the 9th to make it a 6-5 game at the time, and brought in Hernandez. So we'll see. Pak Byung-ho steps in. He's 1 for 2 at a single back in the 4th. And that single moved Yoo Jung-bin over to 3rd, but then Kang Min-ho strikeout just after that ended the inning, and he's quickly behind 0-2 as that catches the outside corner. And I was wondering if Samsung could score without having the advantage of the Samsung Lions Stadium. Hernandez misses a little bit outside, 1-2 now to Pak Byung-ho, former Minnesota Twin, as that is fouled into the glove of Pak Dong-won, but he's not able to hold on to it, and it stays 1-2. So Pak Byung-ho actually started this season as a KT Wiz, as an old wizard, but the 1-for-1 trade, Pak Byung-ho for OJ and that misses 2-2. 1-for-1 trade. Both of them did much better once they had the actual the trade. Pak Byung-ho obviously benefits the most as he's still in the playoffs, and that is ball 3, runs up, and we've got ourselves a full count to lead off the top of the 7th inning here. 1-run game. The ever dangerous Samsung Lions. Pak Byung-ho, that's going to be ripped foul, and it stays 3-2. Pak Byung-ho was a big reason why they did well, as that's going to be foul. I don't think that's foul. That was called foul by the third base umpire. It did end up going foul. Again, it landed in foul territory, but it bounced in fair territory, which means no matter where it lands isn't important, as he pops that one out of play. And the drives me nuts when these umpires, these first and third base umpires, are so bad. Bad positioning, bad body movements, so bad. they often look at the ball where it lands, as that's going to be a swing and a miss on the full count. And Hernandez gets the first out in the top of the 7th. All right, Kang Min Ho steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeouts with runners at first and third in his last at-bats. 1-3 ground out in his first at-bats. Looks at strike 1. And that's in the dirt. 1-1. Da, 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 da. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Kang Min Ho, and that's also in the dirt, and it's 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch pops him up. And makes the catch as he falls down 2 away. That is not an easy catch as Pak Dong-hwan grabs it as he's falling backwards. Moon Bo-kyung playing really far back because Pak Byung-ho hits the ball real hard from the right side. And he doesn't move the best, so the third baseman was playing way, way back. The pitcher, Hernandez, was ready to field it in foul territory if he needed to. As Kim Young-un lines that one, and Hong Chang-gi makes a stupid, absolutely stupid play in right field as he tries to slide and catch the ball. And it gets past him, and now they've got a runner on third base, as that was absolutely dumb as hell by the right fielder. There was zero chance he was going to catch that ball. He had an awful break. It was dropping quickly. You've got 2 outs. There is zero reason to try to make that catch. It wasn't even a close catch at all. Goes past him, and now you've got a runner on third instead of just letting it drop in front of you and keeping him at first. Just absolutely boneheaded play in right field. And that should be an error because of how stupid that play was by the right fielder. Once again, the KBO showing why they will never be taken seriously, because their all-star players make plays like that you learn in Little League in the U.S. That was awful, and Hernandez is pissed. Now Hernandez has got a runner on third, a 1-2 count to E.J. Hyun, and he's got to buckle down. He doesn't have any room to throw anything in the dirt as he throws it way in the other batter's box, and it's 2-2 now. Just absolutely awful play by Hong Chang-gi in right field, and he is considered one of the best right fielders in the entire league and makes plays like that. That is awful. The 2-2 pops him up. Second baseman Shin Min Jae under it. Park Hae-min calls him off. Center fielder grabs it, and they get out of it. That was absolutely an awful play by the right fielder. They are able to get out of it without any issues, but good Lord, was because he was running in. I know it would never expect it to be an error, but good Lord, that is a mental error, and that is something that the KBO does not keep track of, but I do. That's good Lord, was that an awful play? Like, it bounced in front of him, and bounced over his glove. That tells you how far away he was from catching that. You've got 2 outs. You're trying to make a catch that doesn't need to be caught. And then not only that, you also don't even stop the ball from rolling past. You turn around, lay on the ground, and watch it, and are just praying that your center fielder is backing you up enough. Just an absolutely awful play. The fundamentals of that are why I constantly get irate when I watch KBO baseball. Things that I learned in Little League from a guy that works in a factory during the week and coaches baseball on the weekend because his son is a player on the team. It taught me better than that. That was absolutely awful. But Hernandez ends up getting out of it with the pop-up. Shin-Min Jae went back. Park Hae-min, the center fielder, called him off. And now Park Hae-min is going to step in to bat. Kim Tae-hoon is still out there. Okay. Park Hae-min 0 for 1, sacrifice bunts, and looks at ball 1. Good Lord. 286 on the postseason for Park Hae-min, 0 for 1 today with that strikeout. All right. Bunts it right into the neck of Kang Min-ho behind the plate. They've called the trainers out. Right into his neck. Didn't go into his neck. Hit off of his mask, and then right just at the top of the chest protector. He should be fine. Yeah. Definitely not off the throats like they said on the broadcast. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls that one out of play, 1-2. We'll see how long Kim Tae-hoon stays in. Again, Samsung only down 1. They're going to obviously run their guys out. But the fact that they're only down 1 is absolutely amazing, considering they had a bullpen pitcher start to the game. You got a bullpen pitcher starting an elimination game in the playoffs, and yet you're only down 1 in the bottom of the 7th. As the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. I think he got a piece of it, but that'll go down as a strikeout nonetheless, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. All right, Moon Sung-ju steps in now. Moon Sung-ju single in his last at-bats, 1 for 2 on the day, 6-3 ground out in his first, and looks at strike 1 on the outside. It's 0-1. Hitting 400 in the postseason, not too shabby if you ask me. He is the 1 hit with a runner on base today for LG as he looks at ball 1 on the inside. 1-1. No, Shin-Min Jae. It's so bad. They are 1 for 13 with runners on base today. 1 for 13. He has the 1 hit. As the 1-1, and that's going to be a liner into center field, and that's going to get himself his 2nd hit of the day. And he might be coming out. I know he is injured. His hamstring is an issue. Yep, they will pinch run for him here. I believe probably Kim Dae-won will come in. As that's why he is not playing That's why he's not playing left field and why instead Kim Hyun-soo is playing left. But he touched his base, grabbed his hammy, and that'll be it for him. He did his job, 2 for 3 on the day, as almost picks off. Again, Kim Dae-won, I assume, is probably going to be the pinch runner. They haven't showed anything on the screen. So Hong Chang-gi steps in. He has the RBI back in this on the 5th. Yep, there we go. They just said Kim Dae-won. So we'll see if he is going. Again, LG runs more than anybody as that catches the inside. 0-1. Kang Min-ho is one of the better throwers in the league. I think he throws out 30% or so, something like that, which is pretty good for the KBO. Again, LG runs more than any team in the league. They get caught more than any team in the league, and they are not very good. 65% of the time they're successful or so as he dives back in and almost gets picked off. Kim Tae-hyun is really doing work over there on the mound. His pickoff move is really, really close to getting somebody. If they miss just by a split second, he's going to end up getting one of these guys. As there's a ground ball, that's going to be a 6-4-3 ground outs. They're pointing to the dugouts. They want to replay it. Nope, they'll replay that. It might be a 6-4-3 double play. They're going to replay it. Hong Chang-gi, the right fielder who just did that absolutely awful defense, might have hit into a inning 6-4-3 double play, but we'll check. Yep, he's out. So they go 0 for 1 again with a runner on base. Nope, they're still reviewing it for some reason. And here we go, the call, and he is out. All right, so we'll go to the 8th inning. It is 1-0 as Hong Chang-gi is went from a great catch went from a oh, I don't think you Hong Chang-gi is single-handedly trying to end LG's season, honestly. You know, after he had the RBI, then he catches the ball up at the wall, right at the wall, and then immediately the next time he gets the ball hit to him, he dives at the ball and it goes past him with a 2-out triple. And then just there, a runner on first, and he hits into a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. He is not having an overall very good day. As we will go to the 8th here. 1-0. This is a absolute man. I just think Samsung started this game with a bullpen pitcher, and LG didn't score a run against them. The one run they had was against one of their better their starter, but their better relievers in this playoff. So, all right, well, we should be coming back. Top of the 8th for Samsung. They've got a score here, guys. They're going to have Yoo Ji-hyuk, Kim Ji-chan, and Kim Hun-gon. They really got to score because, you know, then they'll have 3, 4, 5 in the next inning. But the middle of the order for LG will also be coming up in the bottom of the 8th here. So got to think that Samsung needs a run here. First pitch to Yoo Ji-hyuk is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So That did it get him? Nope, didn't get him. So, Yu Ji-hyuk, 1 for 1 on the day, a single and a walk in his last at bats. So that is in there for the bottom. If LG does hold on to win this game, they will play tomorrow. But tomorrow, as that swing and a miss. Tomorrow, it's supposed to rain really bad starting about 2 to 9. So I'm pretty sure the game tomorrow is going to be canceled. So that actually really benefits Samsung, as Ends should start the next game for LG, which they would be at advantage if he started tomorrow. But with the as Kim Ji-chan pulls the bunts back, and it's 1-0. With Samsung having an extra day off, again, remember, they only have 2 starting pitchers. Really only have 2 starting pitchers. The rain games really benefit Samsung in as far as the pitching matchups go, because Reyes will end up getting regular rest to start on Saturday. Again, this is if LG is able to hold on to this game. It's the KBO. Nothing is ever set, as that curveball is in there for strike 1 and 2. So the game would be pushed to Saturday if it's rained out tomorrow, which would, again, benefit Samsung. Ends would face Reyes, as that's going to be a ground ball. Shinmin Jae over, grabs it, not in time, as he beats it out, as he shows the wheels, and he beats out the infield single. That's what everybody's been waiting for, and he is going to be on the move, ladies and gentlemen. 0 chance that he does not run on the first 2 pitches. If he doesn't run on the first pitch, I would be surprised, honestly. He is so fast. And he's left-handed. Shinmin Jae bobbled a little bit right there, trying to go from his glove, trying to get a hold of it, and it was enough to... Watch, he had a double clutch there that allowed him to make it. As that's gonna be we got a pinch hitter here. Lee Sung-gyu. Yeah, we have a pinch hitter here. This is he will take over in center field, or he normally would be. So Kim Sung-yoon takes over. He's hitting 500 on the postseason. He is also another super fast guy. Will he go on this pitch? He goes. He puts the bunt down, but fouls it away, and now it's 0-2, and you can't bunt. Second pitch, and yep. Second pitch, he goes, but the foul bunt makes it 0-2, which means, well, yeah, I mean, he could run. He could run. Well, he could bunt. All right, the 0-2 pitch, he's going to be going on this pitch. Does not, and that pops him up. Shortstop, Ojiwan under it, and 2 away. All right. The cutter. All right, 2 down now. That's going to bring up Yoo Jung-bin. Yoo Jung-bin hit that long fly ball to right field that Hong Chang-gi was able to make the catch at the wall. Again, this is another part where I have to think that Kim Ji-chan is running on this first pitch. He does not, and it just misses at the top of the zone. I think that he didn't go because Park Dong-hwan telegraphed that so bad. He was set up so far outside. So he's not set up as far outside, and he doesn't go, and it's 2-0. I wonder if Hernandez is rushing this a little bit, a little slide. So I was trying to say that he's not gonna go. He wasn't gonna go because it was obvious that I think you have sound now. It was obvious that Park Dong-won was setting up so far outside just to have a clear throwing lane, but I think Hernandez was rushing everything to slide step so because he was worried about Kim Ji-chan. So now they've got runners on first and seconds with 2 outs still, guys. There are still 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Diaz. They have, so we'll see here. We will see. Diaz has missed home runs twice. Twice today. Just missed both of them foul. So here goes Hernandez, 40 pitches. Diaz 0 for 3 today. And that's right down the middle, 151. Hernandez is pumped. Diaz. Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-1. It's crazy. Here we got the most important bats in the playoffs, in the Korean Baseball Organization playoffs, is Venezuelan versus the Dominican. All right. As that's going to be a ground ball, 6-4. And that'll end it with the big 6-4 ground out to end it. And we will go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-0 LG as Samsung gets a single, but can't do anything with it. A single and a walk, but a 6-4 ground out by Diaz leaves 2 on their 7th that they've left on base. 5 hits, 2 walks. All of them have been left on. No double plays. LG has hit into 2 double plays themselves, including the inning double play in the 7th. Oh, Kenny, I told you about that. Like when I texted you, I told you, man. They very, very, very different. Not playing at Samsung. They are over 500 on the away from Samsung, but you figure you also have, you get to play a lot of games against crappy teams. But yeah, they are a team built to play in Daegu. If they are not playing in Daegu or in even a place like Incheon, where they have super short fences and the distance is not nearly as long. Yeah, so we'll see here. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. Shinmin Jae will lead things off for LG as they are desperately trying to get some extra runs as they have Samsung down to their final 3 outs in order to be able to play another day, as they perfectly had him positioned. Or perfect defensive positioning right there. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Shinmin Jae. Do we have a pinch? We have Kim Sung-yoon will head to left, and Im Chang-min will come out on the mound. 1 game, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Im Chang-min as Kim Tae-hoon will be done for the day. And the first pitch, way inside, ball 1. Kim Sung-yoon stays in left field after pinch hitting and popping it up. The 1-0 pitch to Shinmin Jae, that is upstairs 2. and 0. Again, those of you watching that aren't completely familiar with the KBO, the umpire does not make the call. The call is made via the old mathematic robo umpire. He has an earpiece in his ear telling him, and that's going to be a ground ball to Yuji Huck. Knocks him backwards, but he gathers himself and throws over to first and 1 away. So the strike zone in the KBO is 100% done by a robot umpire, or what you would call a robot umpire. It is based on their height. It is 57% of their height for the top. Okay. Again, 56.35% for their height for the top of the zone, and then 27.64% for the bottom of the zone, and then the full width of the plates plus 2 inches or 2 centimeters on each side is Austin looks at ball 1. So based on their heights, is everything is calculated into the computer, and then the umpire and one other umpire has a earpiece, as that catches the top of the zone. 1 and 1 also has an earpiece. And then one person in each dugout also has an earpiece to hear the call. And they hear the call, and it is very, very, very easy to understand the difference. As Austin lifts that one, that's going to be a little bit of trouble, but Kim Ji-chan over and 2 away as he shows off the wheels there. And Austin is having himself a difficult day. As 2 outs now. But I can't remember which one it is. I think it's a female voice that says strike, like in an actual English voice, and then it is a male voice that in Konglish that's like ball. And so it's you cannot mishear it. Like, it is very, very obvious. So those of you wondering why the strike calls are so amazingly good, that's why. And the MLB should adopt it and get rid of those guys that, call 60% games. As Kim Hyun-soo lifts that one, but it floats foul. Well, as they should be. If you pretend that you misheard it and lie about it, then you get fired, and then the crew chief that's also talked about it gets put on suspended for the season and basically will be done. As the 1-1 pitch lifts it foul, Kang Min-ho throws the mask off, but it's out of play, and it's 1 and 2. Yeah, I can't remember. Was the crew chief was the one that got fired? The crew chief is the one that got fired because he was like, "Hey, we'll just everybody say that we heard this, and that'll be it." The umpire behind home plates is the one that got suspended for the rest of the season, and then the other guys also got suspended or something. Yeah, as that's foul. And ooh, what a play! What a play by the first base coach, barehanding the old foul ball. What a play. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Kim Hyun-soo. 1 for 3 on the day. That's a swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down in the 8th. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, Hernandez coming back out to show again why he should have been the MVP of the quarterfinals. He'll face the 5, 6, 7 Park Byung-ho, Kang Min-ho, and Kim Young-un. All 3 are very capable of tying the game in one swing. So Don't go anywhere except here. Probably gonna get my own record deal after this season. Once everybody gets to hear these pipes. All right. All right, so we are back. Top of the ninth. Samsung up. 3 outs left. Hopefully it doesn't go to 10. All right. Park Byung-ho steps in. He will lead off for Samsung, and we'll have something going on. I don't know. We'll have something. Maybe. Maybe. All right. There we go. First pitch in there for strike at the bottom of the zone. Hernandez, 44-3. 43 pitches coming into this inning. 44 now with strike one to Park Byung-ho. And that's on the outside corner. Strike two. A beautiful pitch. Just catches the outside corner at the very bottom of the zone. And here we go. The 0-2 pitch. Once again in the other batter's box, just like every other else in the league. 0-2 pitch. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Throw it in the left-handed batter's box. And the 1-2 pitch runs it up and in, but he gets a piece of it, fouls it away, and it stays 1-2. Hey, Park Byung-ho, definitely a man that can deposit the ball in the outfield seats. And the 1-2 pops. That's one foul once again. Park Byung-ho, 403 home runs in his career. Most home runs he's hit is 53. He hit 50 home runs in back-to-back seasons before heading to the Minnesota Twins, as that one bounces in the dirt and it's 2-2. So 2014 he hit 52 home runs. 2015 he hit 53 home runs, and then he went to Minnesota Twins. And then came back, 23 home runs on the season as he pops that one foul once again as he is working the counts. Hernandez up to 50 pitches already in this inning. Hernandez did start quite a few games as he was a replacement for Casey Kelly halfway through. And that's a strikeout swinging. And one away as Samsung's down to their last 2 outs. Beautiful pitch. Just breaks off the edge of the plate, just out of the reach. And that'll step in Kang Min-ho, the catcher. Again, Kang Min-ho, 19 homers on the season, 10 of them in Daegu. 5 of them, but we won't have Kang Min-ho. We will have Lee Sung-gyu steps in instead. Apparently they didn't get the same stat sheet that I got, the one that everyone else gets. So we have a pinch hitter here. Kang Min-ho will not hit. Instead we'll have Lee Sung-gyu, and the first pitch is, I don't know, because we were watching this, I still don't, okay, it was a ball. We were watching a bunch of LG fans. All right, the 1-0 is in there for strike 1-1. Oh, Kangmin Oh not hitting anymore. Very surprising. Lee Sung-gyu way upstairs, 2-1. Oh, so the first pitch was a strike. I thought the umpire motioned strike. Man. All right, the Lee Sung-gyu, that's down right in the middle, and that's 2 strikeouts in this inning. Good thing he pinch hit to watch the ball go down the middle, and that's 2 down now in the top of the 9th. LG 1 out away from living to another game. As that is low, ball 1. Oh, that's going to bring up Kim Young-un. He has 2 home runs in this series and pops it up, but's foul and out of play, 1-1. Kim Young-un, 1 for 3 on the day. He had the triple. The Samsung fans praying, I guess that's what that is. The 1-1 pitch in the dirts. 2-1 again. Kim Young-un, 28 home runs this season. 20 years old, 20 home runs. Second Samsung Lion to do it. 28 on the season. 2 more in this postseason. Looks at strike 2 on the outside. Not only does he have 28 home runs on the season, he also has 155 strikeouts. 3rd in the league in strikeouts, 9th in the league in home runs, and the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Hernandez strikes out the side to save the game and get the 1-0 victory for LG. And we will have a game 4, ladies and gentlemen, a game 4 as LG hangs on with the 1-0 lead, ladies and gentlemen. I told you from the beginning LG was going to win. You should listen to me. What a game. This, ladies and gentlemen, was a absolute pitcher's dream. And a lot of this game would have been very, very different had they not been playing in had they not been playing in Seoul. Yeah, I mean, well, Hernandez just did what Hernandez has done the entire postseason. Yeah. 1 meter wider or 1 meter shorter, one of the two would have been a big difference in this game. As LG, they had great pitching from Im Chong-gyu, 84 pitches from Im Chong-gyu, 5.1 innings, 81 pitches, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Hernandez came in 3.2 innings, 60 pitches, 2 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hernandez, again, he pitched in 5 games in the previous round of the playoffs. Was absolutely dominant. He should have won the MVP of that series. Again, I 100% stand by my remarks. The reason why he did not win the series MVP is because he's a foreigner. I don't care what anyone says. They gave it to the Korean starter who pitched in 2 games, as opposed to the foreigner who saved 2 games and a hold in the 5 games and was the reason why LG even had a chance. But this game, Hernandez gets his first time he pitches in this series, pitches 3.2 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Continues to absolutely dominate in this postseason. Just absolutely ridiculous, honestly. Now, he did pitch 3.2 innings through 60 pitches, so what's going to happen tomorrow? Who's going to pitch for LG? Well, honestly, nobody. They are supposed to play tomorrow, but again, if I look at the weather, I'm gonna show you guys. Not that you guys, maybe you can read it. I don't know, but if I look at tomorrow's rain forecast, I will just show you guys. Hopefully, you guys can see it and understand. So yeah, this is game time. The blue is rain. 100% chance of rain. Not just rain, absolute coming down thunderstorms from looks like noon until about midnight tomorrow. So I really don't think that the game is going to happen tomorrow. But if the game does happen tomorrow, LG has definitely the advantage as far as starters go. As ends will be able to start, as he was going to start the original game that was rained out. So he will be able to start on regular rest now. And versus you're going to have Reyes, who has to start on short rest. Obviously, LG's bullpen, Hernandez, not going to be able to pitch tomorrow. But you also have Samsung, who had their top guys pitch, minus their closer, who didn't pitch. But Samsung's bullpen also was used a lot today because it was a bullpen game. So Reyes would be on short rest. So again, you have. Sorry, I'm just hear this stuff, but so you have Inns, who is going to be on regular rest, versus Reyes, who's on short rest. Obviously, LG's bullpen is not very good outside of Hernandez. They do have a couple guys that pitch decent in the bullpen. So would they be able to pitch tomorrow? Yes. The Samsung bullpen was used heavily today because the game was still close. It was a 1-0 game. It was still close even after their bullpen pitcher made the start today. So both bullpens are going to be pretty tired, pretty worn out. But with the rain delay tomorrow, that definitely benefits Samsung, as Samsung will be able to have Reyes on regular rest and a rested bullpen, versus you're going to have Ends will be pitching for LG on extra rest, which he probably needs because he has not pitched well in these playoffs at all. But that'll also give Hernandez a chance to rest a little bit, and possibly a Chaewon Tae in the bullpen, or there's a couple different ways that LG can go to get some extra innings out of the bullpen if they need it tomorrow. But again, I think the game will be played on Saturday. That will 100% move the Korean series back even farther. My hope is that tomorrow is rained out, which means that the game will be on Saturday, and then LG wins on Saturday, and then the next game is on Monday, and then they move the game Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, travel day, Saturday, Sunday would be 3 and 4, and then that would mean Game 7 would be on Halloween, and we would have Halloween baseball in the KBO, and that would be the greatest thing ever, as all rounds of the playoffs would go full amounts of games. But anyway, LG wins. That means that they play on one more day. We will see what happens. Samsung leads the series 2-1. We will go to at least game 4. LG will be playing for their life once again, but Ends should get the start for LG, and Reyes should get the start for Samsung. Obviously, nothing is 100%, but doesn't matter. I will be here for the next game. So, and thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing the video. Please let anybody know that there is some English broadcasting out there for those of you that want it, those of you that need it. And thank you guys for tuning in. And, well, until next time.